Okay, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the two-stroke turbo channel, you two-stroke turbo super fans. This is my shop dog Stella. She is laying out in the shade today because it's warm again. We had like 2 inches of rain yesterday, and she's laying in the shadow of a Renault R5 Le Car. What is better than being near an R5 Le Car? I don't know, but if you follow me into the shop here, I'll show you. I am going to introduce what we're doing in this video today. Our video presentation is on this Barkley. Thank you for correcting me. I always say Berkeley. That's just the American Yank in me coming out. I'm really sorry. I probably will do it again, but I do realize this car, despite its spelling, is a Barkley. And what are we doing on our Barkley? What a mess this thing is. Oh geez. Let me turn the flashlight on. There we go. So we can look up in here. We were working on the rear brakes. Everything's rusted. So let's start with the brake pedal itself, which is under the dash. And if you can see up in there, I've got it connected to a Willwood master cylinder. It's just a street rod master cylinder. I think it's a 5/8 or 0.625. This is it right here, and it's mounted on a piece of wood. If you look closely, there's a piece of wood that insulates the master cylinder to the body, which I should preface this. This is a monocoque body. This is the frame. So this dicky or tub or undercarriage, that is the frame of the car. That is the main structure. You can see it runs along the whole. It's like a big belly pan, kind of like a pan for a Volkswagen, but it's fiberglass. And there are structures to it. Somebody has lengthened this particular car to put a bigger engine in at one point in time. They had a Panhard engine with a mount here and a mount there. I just want to get the thing running and driving. So I've been working really hard on getting the U-joints all freed up. I've got the yokes working. I've got the joints greased on both ends, and I'm working on the brakes. And the way the brakes, it's a single cylinder, single outlet, single circuit, comes out of the master cylinder, runs up to this junction block, which goes to each front wheel, the brake pedal light or the brake lights, and then the downward line goes to the back, which was completely rotten, and it's laying on the floor here. I did find a replacement. It turns out that 10 millimeter by 1, which is 3/16, is the brake line we need, which it runs through the body. It runs down and around, and I think it runs through like this hole. No, that's the e-brake hole. I'll get to that next. It runs through the body, through the rocker, and the brake line exits right here, comes up, joins a little trunnion, or I should say a, what is this called? A restrictor. It's like a proportioning valve of types, which the proportioning valve is seized. This line is seized. The rear brake lines are seized. In other words, I can't get air to go through them. The crossover line is broken. It rusted and rotted. And to make matters even better, the whole suspension, this rear suspension, flip-flops around because where the pivots are, that steel girder back there attaches to the dicky right here, and it's rusted off. So that doesn't attach, and it's also attached here, and this is completely flying in the wind. So I've got to recreate these ends to get structure. Otherwise, this whole wheel is going to go flippity-flop wherever it wants to go. And that's not cool. I didn't realize that. I have done the shoes. I have done the wheel cylinders. I'm now going to do the lines because I didn't realize they didn't work. I'm going to upgrade those to stainless steel because I want this thing to stop good. And I got a new e-brake cable. I had that custom made. The way the e-brake works is when you pull on this rod, like so, you see how that shoe comes out? There is... Shine the light in there. Do you see those two stand-ups with the spring? When you clamp those together, pinch those together like so, you move the rod. And when you move the rod, you pull the shoe out. So I've got the cable for that. There's an axe handle under the dash over there. You see it there? And it's a ratcheting axe handle, so when you pull it, it puts tension on that, it squeezes those together, makes the e-brake work. So I've got that figured out. But the hard part, I think, is the structure. That's going to be, because I got to work through this hole. I thought about taking the whole back of the car off, but there's so many rivets, and I may end up changing the relationship between the door and the back of the car, and the doors will never shut. This is a big job. I have certainly bitten off a lot with this car, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. We'll make it work. We got a lot of work going on, so that's what's going on. I'm going to strip out all the carburetor stuff because I don't think we're going to use that. Get the lines that we need. I don't need that gas line. I don't need this ground. I can thin out these wires. Got something special going in here. Can't wait to show you, but that's going to be another video. And we got paint, and we got brakes, and we got the windshield, and we got the seats, and we got propulsion, and we have lighting. We got a lot of work to do. Hang in there. There's going to be a lot of videos on this car. I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one, and see you later.